All right, this is Daryl Lawson Live coming to you from Southern California. Hope you're having a great day. Oh, it's a great time to be alive. My calendar says it's already August 17th, 2015, just after 2 o'clock in the afternoon, California time. You can see all my videos, all my social media, which I have the best social media. I have the best articles in the world, all right, on my Facebook, on my Twitter, on my Google+, all right? Even my Instagram rocks. Yeah, and my YouTube channel is stupendous, is wonderful. Over 1,000 videos I've done personally to get the information out to the people that are living on the planet. Yeah, I'm not going to be held responsible for not getting the truth out to people, all right? Truth in all areas and for all areas, yeah. DarylLawsonLive.com. You can see all that and more at DarylLawsonLive.com. If you're having a great day, like I said, I am busy here. Wow, I just had to jump into the seat and put the pedal to the metal. So, hey, by the way, the videos I did last week were great. Did you see the videos I did last week? Wow, information there. All you have to do is go to my YouTube channel and check out all my 1,000 plus videos and all the top stories. You're going to get all the top headlines and stories. And listen, even if you watch this 5 years from now, all right, if you're watching this video 5 years from now, you're probably in the millennial reign of Jesus. I don't think we have a lot of time left before the return of Jesus. Yeah, you're not going to hear that on Fox News. You're not going to hear that on MSNBC, CNN, ABC, CBS. BS is right, whatever. ABC, you're not going to get that in New World Order media. But nevertheless, it's the truth, all right? Jesus came 2,000 years ago, died on the cross, rose from the grave. Oh, sitting in heaven, waiting to come back one of these days to rule the earth. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. And before he comes back and rules the earth, he's going to take away his saints, the born-again, spirit-filled people, from the earth to save us from the great tribulation, the great time of hell that Obama is about to rule. The Pope and Obama have joined forces. Let me say that again, slower. Obama in the White House of the USA and the Pope of the Vatican, Pope Francis, they have joined forces. They have joined in a demonic duo to destroy or try to destroy this planet. Yeah. One of these days, the markets will crash. All right. I'm believing not on my watch. All right. Not on my watch, but one of these days, the markets will crash. You can see that the signs of it everywhere. Only the grace of God is holding it back right now. Only the hand of the power of the Holy Spirit is holding back the markets crashing around the world. God's not interested in seeing his children, his followers, his born-again, spirit-filled body go through a time of hell where Obama and the Pope will unleash their craziness, their attack against people on the earth. I don't know what kind of parents other people have had. I know what parents I had, and my parents tried to do things for me that were good. How much more our heavenly Jesus, our Holy Spirit, do good to his children, much more than any earthly parent could do. Hello. It's not that difficult to figure that out. Yeah. It's tea time, by the way. Daryl Lawson Live tea time. Cheers. Whoa. Whoa. That is spiked, not with whiskey, but with apple cider vinegar, organic chamomile tea today. Yeah. Wow. With some, cayenne pepper. Or always put organic coconut oil in there. It's really good for, even if you're just, even if you've already brushed your teeth and you know how you're getting the fuzzy mouth during the day, the fur on your teeth or whatever they call it. Yeah. Just swish a little bit of organic coconut oil in your mouth and just keep it there during the day. It'll dissolve. It's got a nice flavor to it. It's refreshing. It'll do wonders for your breath, and it'll heal your gums up. Yeah, I do that all the time. I do that on my dog's teeth. Speaking about my dog, let the door open for her. She goes in and out. Listen, it was 100 degrees here in Irvine yesterday. What time you are, but it was 100 degrees Fahrenheit here. Yeah, not Celsius. That would have been through the roof. That would have been like Mars or something. Yeah, no, 100 degrees Fahrenheit here, which I think is about 33 Celsius, I think it is, or whatever, 35, whatever. Yeah, it was pretty hot, but I can't complain because it was dry heat. Yeah. Anyways, hope you had a great morning. It's Monday. It's time to get to the headlines, and it's time to get to the articles. And I do want to get to a chapter in the Bible that I've just been reading, Galatians chapter 5, in the book called the Bible. In the front part of the Bible, in the book, we call it the New Testament, and it's called the New Testament. Paul wrote this particular book here in one of the books called Galatians, and it's in chapter 5 of Galatians. I want to take a look at that here in a moment. It's talking about walking in the Spirit. Oh, that's the key to life. Walking in the Holy Spirit is the key to life. For some reason, I was on the phone a lot this morning, but I did a lot of prayer, as well. I couldn't go to the gym because my dog got another urinary tract infection, so I just had to do a lot of work on the phone. And I'm going to go to the gym tonight. It closes at 11, I think it is. So it's not a 24-hour gym. It's either I'm running or I'm going to the gym. Yeah. So I thought, well, you know what? I'm going to take advantage of it, and I'm going to pray. Yeah. And then in between my prayer sessions, I was on the phone. I tell you, it's just so good to have the Holy Spirit help you make the right decisions. People are always trying to make the right decisions, trying to figure out what's going to happen in the future, what's happening right now. I noticed there was an article that just came out, and news that is coming out about actually it's from, let me pull it up here, Russia Today, talking about a U.S. nuclear site faces potential security event. Wow, this just came out. This is hot off the press. So there's a big sign here, United States Department of Energy, 484-D, power generating facility. They're calling it a potential security event. What does that mean? A potential security event. Wow. That's why I do not like nuclear plants. I don't like nuclear sites. I don't like them. I don't think the world is a better place for with nuclear energy. No. You're always dealing with the waste, nuclear waste. Why do you want to do that? It's the craziest thing. It's the dumbest thing I've ever heard. I think he was quoted in saying that nuclear energy is a poor way to boil water. Yeah, it's crazy. It's like big pharma. A lot of the medications, the side effects are worse than the problem. Anyways, it's interesting here. I just reading this. It says a potential security event is occurring at the U.S. Department of Energy Savannah River Site Nuclear Reservation in South Carolina. What is it with the South Carolina events? There must be a lot of people praying in the Carolinas. There must be a lot of people who love Jesus in the Carolinas, because I've noticed that there's a pattern of events that attack certain areas. And at least, or there's planned attacks against certain areas. They're not always carried out because Jesus protects the people. Oh, I love it. But I've noticed that the forces of darkness, they sure want to hurt the Christians in the USA and around the world. But when people pray, people get protected. Yeah. It says Savannah River Site Reservation in South Carolina, where an emergency response is underway. What does that mean? Said agency today, Monday. The security event was declared after electronic scans. It's not electronic, it's electronic. Okay, whatever. Scans and detection dogs discovered a, quote, possibility of explosive residue. on a delivery truck. Hello? I wonder who's behind that. Let me guess. The Antichrist, yeah. Law enforcement agencies from South Carolina and Georgia were called and on the scene to assist Santera, the site security contractor. According to WJBF News, the site is on lockdown. No one is allowed to enter or leave the nuclear site. That's interesting. That's bizarre. Bomb detection units, there you go, were also brought into the facility as a precaution. Quote, site barricades are currently closed to incoming traffic. There is no indication of a consequence beyond the Savannah River site boundaries. All right, so, and then you have CRS News on Twitter releasing the information with a tweet. Yep. I talked about Twitter yesterday and how people were becoming twits on Twitter by attacking Tim Tebow. All right, if you haven't seen my video on that, take a look at that. It says this nuclear plant, the site was first constructed in the 1950s. The Savannah River site is a facility that refines nuclear material that's to be used in nuclear weapons. I don't like nuclear energy. I don't like it. It's poisoning people around the world. I'm not anti-government. I'm anti-corrupt government. All right. I'm not anti-vaccination. I'm anti-tainted vaccination. I'm not anti-energy efficient or energy independent. I'm not. But there's better ways than nuclear energy. Nuclear energy sucks. Yeah. It's a big problem, and people around the world are. I'm not talking about bombs falling on people. That's bad enough. I'm not talking about tactical nuclear weapons being released. Listen, I posted something on my social media today. More video of that Chinese explosion. I don't know if you've seen that or not. But hello, the last week, close to Beijing, an explosion went off just near the coast, in the China's coast there, near Beijing. Anyways, I did a video on that's all over the news, and it looks like I did a video on it that I entitled like some kind of tactical nuke or something. And with the videos coming out every day showing it, it's one thing to see a picture. The pictures do look like a tactical or some kind of nuclear bomb went off there. And the question is to be asked, if it was, who did it? Hello? All right, yeah. And then with video coming out, which I did post on social media today, the media makes it even doubly look like a nuclear weapon went off of there. And I'm telling you, if you put the piece together, like I said last week, I wouldn't be surprised if the Vatican and the Obama administration set off some kind of nuclear device in China, against China, to threaten China. Hey, there's a lot more coming where these came from. Hello. Yeah, if people really knew what was going on, I would say they would freak out or they'd pray. All right. So right there in the Carolinas, South Carolina and Georgia were called in to assist, and it's just some kind of potential security event. Now, what happens if there was a nuclear event that happened in China last week? What happens if it was a warning to the Chinese from the Vatican via the United States government, Obama administration? All right. My Bible tells me in the book of Daniel that the Antichrist system will come against China and Russia. And it sure looks like more than just a normal explosion. And the aftermath looks crazy. It looks like a nuclear winter. Yeah, so you make up your own mind. But the fact is that because China is on the naughty list, because China is on the blacklist, yeah, who's blacklist? The Vatican's blacklist. The Obama administration blacklist. China's in the black book, blacklist. No. That's why I'm highly suspicious of what is going, what's happening in that explosion last week, what's happening in the Chinese stock market and economy. Is it a coincidence it's happening right now? Oh, no. When China has been trying to distance itself away from the Vatican corporations around the world, the Vatican banks, trying to create its own banks, trying to compete and do its own business outside the web, the World Wide Web of the Vatican, slash UN slash NATO slash US and banks around the world that are majority of banks are controlled by the Vatican. And it's been several months, even the recent years of China and Russia, bypassing, the New World Order's web, nothing with internet, and even that they're even, you could even throw the internet in there as well. China is, won't allow Google, when the internet goes into China, they turn off Google. Oh, I wonder why China turns off Google and doesn't allow Google into the Chinese economy or with the people, because China knows that Google is NSA. China knows that Google is run by the Vatican and U.S. government. Hello, which has been hijacked by the devil worshippers. Can I make it more plain than that? Hello, yeah. So it's very interesting there. So, and I see an article like U.S. nuclear site faces potential security event. Well, didn't Obama come out yesterday? Yeah, there was an article that Obama came out yesterday and said that he was concerned about all the Chinese spies in the U.S. Didn't he say that yesterday? He did. I'm going to try to pull up that article here. But if you just type in, Obama says there's too many Chinese spies in the U.S. and today there's some kind of U.S. nuclear site faces potential security event. Listen, if indeed Obama, the Vatican through Obama, put some kind of nuclear explosion, some kind of nuclear event in China last week, there's going to be retaliation. Don't you think? If you were China, wouldn't you retaliate? Yeah. Oh, yeah. I think, August 17th, Monday, August 18th, 19th, 20th, and the rest of this year, and so on. I think the U.S. behind the scenes is on high alert. I think Obama and the U.S. government is on the highest alert. I'm not going to tell people that because it'll lead back to the root of the problem, which was a possible nuclear event that happened in China, packaged, delivered by the Vatican through the Obama administration. Hello? Yeah. No? I think so. And I said that last week, and then I see this week, and I think there's going to be a lot of these events popping up. I'm sure the New World Order doesn't want this to come out, but it's very hard to hide a lot of these things because it brings in a lot of areas, a lot of people, a few situations. So if indeed Obama, the Vatican through the Obama administration, did some kind of nuclear event close to Beijing last week, which we could see it all over the news around the world, how the aftermath was crazy, looking like a nuclear winter. You ever see what happens after a nuclear bomb goes off? Everything looks like it's Christmas, right? With this white grayish type snow looking around, but it's just ash, and it looks like, wow, it looks like a movie, like the apocalypse has just happened. Yeah, that's what happened last week in China. All right, and if the Vatican, and listen, the Chinese know exactly if that happened, who's behind it or what happened. And if indeed Obama did that with the Vatican's help, or Vatican did that with Obama's help, let me put it in perspective, or in the right order, then what would China do? China would try to get back at the U.S., retaliate, probably at a nuclear site. Hello? Why not? Why wouldn't China, by the way, just come out and say something? Why wouldn't, if China knew that the U.S. used the tactical nuke? Now, certain nukes that are smaller than others in blast radius and stuff, and there's different sizes, et cetera, okay, and different powers of nuclear weapons, you know, and if you could say, you know, well, let's just put it this way: they're all major destruction events, major destructive events. So why wouldn't China just come out and say, hey, we know you did this? There could be a number of reasons if China's not saying anything. You know, would China just do with all the so-called spies as Obama put it yesterday? So the news came out yesterday, August 16, 2015, that Obama was worried about Chinese spies in the USA. And I thought that was kind of peculiar. Just after last week's explosion in China. I'm just gonna type this in here so I can pull it up faster. Obama talks about Chinese spies in USA. Let me pull it up. I have it on my social media, but this might be faster. It pulls up, it pulls up. If it doesn't, I'll just read it in a moment. You know, I thought that was kind of, well, here it is right here, liveleak.com. Obama talks about China spies in the U.S. Here's a video. What else? Oh, it's been all countries do it. Anyway, it just goes on here, and he wants to remove the Chinese spies. And it's been going on. Every country has spies, and you know, it's not just one country doing the spying. News. Let me pull the news up here. Yeah, that's a good. Oh, anyways, I'll pull it up on my. I'll pull it up. Let me see here. Let me just scroll down here. That nuclear site, though, you know. Let me just. Shirley's in the house. Hey, the chat room's open. By the way, I thought that was very interesting about the U.S. nuclear site faces potential security event. Obama then talks about yesterday the Chinese spies. Last week there's a Chinese explosion. All right, let me pull this up here. There's tons of articles about Donald Trump everywhere. A lot of articles about Hillary Clinton and her emails. Now they've found more than 300 Clinton emails flagged for potentially classified. Dog is. She doesn't leave the backyard. More than 300. Here's one from Fox News. More than 300 Clinton emails flagged for potentially classified information. Angel. Keep it on you. Stay here. Thank you. The number could continue to rise after officials comb through more documents. So, now why is this happening? It could be 100 reasons. Well, you know, several reasons. Let's put it that way. Why this is happening? Listen, the New World Order is not a lovey-dovey to each other. All right, they'll throw anybody under the bus 24/7. This might have been the reason why Hillary was thrown under the bus and you know, left from being Secretary of State and John Kerry took over. This could have been the reason. You know, the question also to ask is, you know, the focus is on Hillary, which it should be, but it should be also on Obama. I don't hear anybody talking about blaming Obama for this. All right, this is from Hillary under the Obama administration, is it not? All right, yes. So, you know, don't forget, you know, and I don't think I've heard any media connect the dots or talk about this is should be the buck should stop with Obama. Yes, hello. I was thinking about that today. I thought, you know what? Why isn't anybody talking about Obama? This is Obama's fault. If Hillary Clinton has hundreds now, they've found it's probably thousands of emails that have potentially classified information in it. It shouldn't just be Hillary on the hot seat. 100% it should be Obama. Yes, hell yeah. They don't care about each other. No, 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 no. And I mean, you got, and then you talk about, here's one from the gatewaypundit.com. Rand Paul was right. Obama administration was running guns to Syria, and Hillary lied under oath. So that's always that connection. And the U.S. ambassador was killed, murdered. All right, in Libya, it was not only Hillary's fault, it was Obama's fault, but it was the whole administration running guns. It was a big cover-up. It's a big lie, but it's not just Hillary. They should both go to prison. Obama's not going to prison. Here's an interesting poster put up by Sarah Pack. Publicly exposed, they're showing Edward Snowden, a picture of him and a Hillary Clinton picture side by side. And they have over Snowden's face, they say Snowden publicly exposed classified information publicly, right? And he's wanted for treason. And they show over Hillary's face. Hillary secretly exposed classified information, wanted for president. How stupid is that? All right. Whoa. And then I'll probably go back here. Wow. It just, Associated Press talks about the IRS has been hacked. It was hacked a while ago, several months ago. But the computer breach at the IRS is a whole lot bigger than they originally said it was. Oh, the IRS should be closed. The Federal Reserve should be closed. The CIA should be closed down. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, why? Because they're bad for the country. They're terrible. Here's an article speaking about end-time events. Here's one. Credit cards and bank accounts will be wiped out in coming economic collapse. It's just a matter of time. Only Jesus is holding back the great tribulation, the time of the great trials and tribulation and hell on the earth that will be worse than any time, greater hell that will happen in the near future than in any time in the past 6,000 years since Adam and Eve. Yes. And you wonder why people are setting themselves on fire. Here's a man setting at City Hall. Man was critically hurt after setting himself on fire on the steps of City Hall in Columbus, Ohio. They said, what did they say? We think it was probably possible suicide. You think it was possible suicide? Yeah. Unless someone set him on fire. But yeah. I think he was trying to hurt himself. Yeah. Why would people do that? Throughout history, people have done that in demonstration against some government cause or something. Yeah. Yeah, he's setting himself on fire. He could be upset. Hello. Don't forget, I have hundreds of articles on health, how to improve your health. Now that the ocean has been polluted with radiation. Speaking about radiation, yeah, in the air, you need to keep an eye on your health. You need to boost your your immune system every day by eating healthy, taking supplements. I recommend Beyond Tangy Tangerine 2.0. Beyond Tangy Tangerine 2.0 by Longevity. All right, here's one. Hill website. Trump says I am Batman. A 9-year-old aboard the real estate mogul's helicopter asked him if Trump was Batman. He said, yes, I am Batman. Save Gotham. We know Jesus is really AKA Batman or Superman. Yeah. Trump's not going to do it. I wish he would, but he's not going to. Trump won't do it. And you think about this. Would the U.S. by the Vatican through the USA, would the U.S. want to start some kind of nuclear event? Scenario going on in the world by attacking China with a nuclear device, knowing that China will retaliate against the U.S. people, maybe at nuclear plants, or other facilities. Yeah, they can't get to the president or get to the country as a retaliation. A lot of people died at blast. I think the numbers in China are a lot higher than, I think they said 60. I think it looks like probably like 6,000 or more. Yeah. Anyways. I don't know if anybody will ever get the exact number of people that died in that Chinese blast, but just per se, what if the New World Order is getting desperate. I'm not talking about China getting desperate. I'm talking about the New World Order, Vatican, Obama getting desperate for a upheaval, a destruction in the USA, a suspension of the elections coming up. Oh, what happens if the New World Order is getting desperate? What happens if they're getting desperate and they want the U.S. to be a pile of rubble? What happens if the Obama administration and the Vatican, the New World Order, and all their tentacles and governments around the world, what happens if they're desperate to keep Obama in power in 2016 and beyond? Would they be desperate enough to attack China and other countries, hoping for retaliation in the U.S. in order to cause chaos and then blame it on the Chinese or blame it on ISIS? Hello? Wow, put that in your thinking cap and think on that. Whoa. Oh yeah, and I think people feel it in their gut, feel it in their spirits. What? The desperation of 2015 of the New World Order, the desperation to bring about a demonic, Luciferian worshiping one world government. But countries are resisting, like Brazil, Russia, India, China, Syria, Iran, Venezuela. Other countries are resisting. And I think the New World Order is panicking. They see Donald Trump talking about their issues that they don't want to talk about. The election year and cycle has begun. Years have begun, right? So they have a short time. Speaking about voting, here's a Willy Wonka poster of Mr. Wonka. Is that Mr. Wilder? And on top of his picture is a sentence saying that Willy Wonka's talking, and he says, you know the elections are rigged. You know that, but you're going to vote again. How cute! You know it's rigged, but you're going to vote again. How cute! A fake quote from Willy Wonka, but I thought, yeah, it is rigged. Hello. Bad moon rising, Americans bracing for September shocker. World truth. Across the vast expanse of the internet, everyone from professional economists to theorists are sounding the alarm about next month maybe being so ugly that it'll be a collapse. Maybe people have it. Maybe people are right. I am predicting. Let Daryl Lawson Live predict this. As long as I'm here, everything's not going to collapse. Okay, as long as I'm in the USA, the USA won't collapse. I'm just going to predict that right now. There you go. Yeah. Here's one interesting poster with a rabbi standing in front of a flag, U.S. flag. It says Rabbi Dov Zakheim. He's a comptroller. He says he was a comptroller of the Pentagon while over $3 trillion went missing. Rabbi Dov Zakheim, or Haim, or whatever. He was the comptroller of the Pentagon. He was the finance guy while over $3 trillion went missing. And the budget analysis or analyst's office were all destroyed on 9/11, which he was over, right? He was also CEO and SPS of SPS, a company that developed remote-controlled aircraft hijacking technology. At 9/11. Oh, no, nothing to see there. I keep telling people, listen, if you just do your own research, I think a lot of people just don't want to know the truth. People, they want to pretend like everything. It's unraveling. Here's the video. Xinhua news agency. I probably butchered that. Anyway, I don't speak Chinese. Xinhua, whatever. News agents uploaded a new video. Drone footage film shows the scale of devastation in the area of China known as Tianjin. Some Japanese, whatever, they're all related. And we're all related. You know, that sounds racist. No, we're all related. We all come from Adam and Eve. Actually, we all come from Adam and Eve, but we come to the funnel of Noah and his family, because Noah had to repopulate the earth after the earth was destroyed. So we're all related. You're all related to the Palestinians. You're all related to the Jews. You're all related to the Africans. You're all related to the Canadians, the Americans, the Mexicans, the South Americans, the Kiwis. You're related to everybody on the planet. The Chinese. We're all related to each other. Okay. Drone footage filmed on Friday shows the scale of devastation after 2 massive explosions in Tianjin. Yeah, and I mean, it is like, whoa, a nuclear winter, rubble, crazy, secrecy. And people are talking about, oh, Tim Tebow, Bible, oh my, the world's going to fall down. Oh, shut up. The video I did yesterday, Tim Tebow autographs Bible and twits outraged. That's a pretty good play on words right there. Twits. It was on Twitter, so, but it's still twits. All right, yeah. I think we have a lot more to actually think about. And by the way, if you didn't watch this video or this article I put out yesterday, and I'll talk about today on today's video, I mean, TeaPartyCrusaders.com. Oh, I talked about this when it came out originally. Talked about a man named Jim Garrow. I don't know if you've ever heard of that guy. If you just type in his name, he works for the CIA or worked for the CIA. He worked a lot of, speaking about China, I think he had a nonprofit organization in China for saving the children. Anyways, he comes out, and I wanted to repost this because it needs to be a daily, weekly, monthly, yearly reminder. They call him, let me see here, well, they call him an ex-CIA agent, ex-CIA spy, whatever. Ex-CIA agent, right? And Jim Garrow, Dr. Jim Garrow, claims Obama had assassinated 2 people. Remember, Tom Clancy died? This ex-CIA agent said that Obama administration put a hit out and killed Tom Clancy and Andrew Breitbart from Breitbart.com. Hello, take a look at that. All right, and I'm gonna pull this one up here. Let me pull this up. I don't want to pull up too much because I don't want my computer to bog down in the worldwide mud of the web. All right, I have so many things going on in my computer. It's a good workhorse, but I know how much it can take. But you put these pieces together. Hello, and going, oh, that's just in television. Doesn't really happen there. That's just television. Oh, yeah, keep telling yourself that. That's just television. That's just movie. Well, if you read this article right here and do research about Tom Clancy, he was fed information by the CIA. People thought, how come his books are so real? And how come, and he was actually exposing to some things of what was going on behind the scenes years before. And then the reason it started to, have an agreement with Tom Clancy that they were going to work in hand in hand, and his books had a lot of information that was spoon fed in his books, or to his books, or for his books by the CIA. Well, that's the same thing with the movies. The movies do that. Yeah, the news media does that on television and around the world on the web. The movies, the television, the magazines, the books. I keep telling people this. In the New World Order, they find it more effective instead of just trying to hide things. They tried to put things out in plain view and hide it in plain view. So if they talk about in the movies or in Tom Clancy's books or in the latest movies that are coming out, what Uncle whatever, the movie Uncle that came out, what Uncle something, remember Project Uncle whatever, or they put it in Mission Impossible, the new one, or whatever. If they hide it in plain view, they find it to be more effective because it seems like the psychology or the psyche of humans automatically says this to each individual? Well, if it's out there in public, it must not be going on, because why would they put it out in public? Oh, exactly. So I think the psychology of the CIA, the New World Order, of hiding things in plain view is a higher form of mind control than if they were just deny it or hide it and not put it out. And no, so this is a higher form of mind. Well, the Vatican controls the CIA, controls the Obama administration, controls the media, the majority of it. They find it very effective to put the information out in bits and pieces through videos, magazines, books, whatever. The Hollywood, machine